Hello everyone. So good evening. It's evening in Lagos, Nigeria. So on compliment of the season, I hope you're getting ready for Christmas. I hope you're not like me who's just like let it come and go. So today's topic for today's YouTube talk will be how social etiquette, how to be a guest. It's Yuletide season. Some offices have shut down. Some people have decided to go on vacation this time of the year, and some people are going to do the yearly, visit to the village, to see family, friends, relatives, and all of that. So they're going to be guests at those places. Even when you go and see your parents, you're a guest. So for a lot of people, I realized that they don't actually realize or understand the fact that there are social etiquettes to certain things. Personally, when I travel, when I go somewhere that I'm invited to, or I ask if I can come over, I ensure that I am at my very best, so that I would not inconvenience them and not make them not want me to come next time. So social etiquette talk for today: how to be a guest. You know what a guest is? Do we need to do that definition? You know what a guest is. So anyway, number one thing, you ask permission at your intending host's place if you can come over. I am all for social niceties, being polite. That is me. So one thing is, the first rule of how to be a good guest is to ask if you can come, and the answer is either a yes or a no. So you do not bring. Number two, you do not ask permission to visit at the last hour. You should have given them like a month's notice, 2 weeks notice. Don't just call them a day to and say, I want to come to your place. Very rude. Exceedingly rude. Number three, when you're going to visit anyone, when you're a guest at someone's house, remember to take something with you, no matter how small. You could buy, if there are kids, buy them biscuits, sweets, and even if there are no kids, they buy them bread. There are many gifts you can buy when you are going to stay in someone's place. Do not take anyone for granted and think it's okay to just show up empty-handed. Very bad. The next thing is, when you're a guest, you should not treat the house you are in as a hotel. How won't you treat the house as a hotel? You help around the house, you wash the plates, you interact with the family. You don't just sit down in your room or in the guest room and say, after all, I'm the guest. You must help in cleaning the house. If not, just go and get your money and go and rent a hotel or an Airbnb. Another thing for rules to being a guest is you should not you should know what to say and what not to say. You should not be there to look for trouble. Evil sister-in-laws and evil brother-in-laws, can you hear me? You do not go to someone's house, whether it's your brother's house or your sister's house, to be the source of issues between husband and wife. Be a very gentle, polite, kind, caring guest. Whether it's your brother's house or your sister's house, please be a very polite guest. And another thing is, when you're a guest in someone's house, you should not be too much of a glutton. If they offer you rice, don't say, no, I don't feel like eating rice, I want to eat something else. Very rude. Except if you have allergies or certain food you don't eat. But if you have allergies, what you should do is you come with your prescribed food, or you get your own prescribed food and ask permission before cooking it. When you're a guest in someone's house, please, some people treat their kitchens as a sanctified place. So you don't just go barging in and start cooking, ask permission from preferably from the wife of the owner of the house. Please, I'd like to cook in your kitchen. Is that okay? Very, very key. So another thing is when you're a guest in someone else's house, you should not be too forward by taking things from their room. Don't steal. Please don't. Even if the person is your sister, if the person is your brother, please don't take things without permission. It's very, very, it's disrespectful to yourself and to them. You don't want to be the kind of person to say, oh, somebody's Elena is coming, or you people pack your things, hide your things. It's very, very bad. Do not steal. Do not take things without permission. I've read people who say they'll go visiting and they'll take stuff. I consider it stealing. I don't like it. Ask for anything. Do not steal. Another thing is when you're a guest in someone else's house, you would need, and you go out, you know, please tell them where you're going to and always come back early. You can even ask them, is there a curfew, so I know what time it would be comfortable for me to be, what time is comfortable for you, for me to be back in the house. Some people say some estates in Lagos here, they shut their gates by 7 p.m. so that means you should be back home before or by 7 p.m. You don't want to be the guest that the security in the estate know because you come back late. Very, very wrong. Another thing is when you're a guest in someone else's house, before you have friends over, you ask permission. Oh, can my friend come over? And the answer is either a yes or a no. If it's a no, please don't take it personal. Not everybody enjoys having complete strangers coming to their house. It would be wrong of you to have guests sleep over at a place where you are also a guest. Very, very wrong. Please don't do it. Whether it's your brother's house, your sister's house, it is rude because you're going to be inconveniencing others. If you have a guest that needs to spend the night, why don't you take a hotel room for such a person? I think it's more respectful for both of you, and respect. It also shows respect you have for the owner of the house. Another thing is when you're a guest in someone else's house, you should not monopolize certain rooms. You should not monopolize the sitting room. You should not monopolize the TVs. Don't do that. Please don't do that. When you're a guest in any place, please don't let them feel that your presence is damn inconveniencing. You don't want to be that person they don't want to come visiting next time. But please don't. Another thing is when you're a guest in someone else's house, you respect their rules and regulations. If they do morning prayers, please join in the morning prayers. If they have certain rules and regulations, please stick to it. Don't come and try to impose your own, you know, don't try to fight it or say no. Why? Once you see they're doing what they do normally, please join them. Morning prayers, environmental, anything, please just join them. Okay, it is so that next time when you say they are coming, they will say, oh, so person is coming, please come over. You understand? Do not when you're a guest in someone else's house, do not veer towards one. If you're a guest with a couple, do not stay with one person over the other person. It could create a sort of jealousy. Another one, when you're a guest in someone else's house, please, I beg you, especially women, no bomb shots, no transparent outfits. Your nightgown must be granny nightgowns, please. When you're a guest in someone else's house, especially if you're not related to the person, or if you are related to the wife of the person who owns the house, please don't go wearing skimpy things. It's courtesy to the wife, courtesy to yourself. Except if you're the devil herself, please, when you're in someone else's house, make sure that you're well covered. No low cut tops, no bomb shots, no sexy see-through nightgowns, especially that. Wear a wrapper. Use a wrapper and cover up if you feel that your outfit is sexy. please. You don't want your sister or whoever you're visiting, the wife, to feel threatened in our home. That is very, very wrong. Extremely wrong. So another thing is, when you're a guest in someone else's house, you should keep the place clean also. Join them in cleaning up and everything. Then another thing I think is, when you're a guest in someone else's house, especially this Jutai season, please join in cooking. Okay, join in the cooking. We do not want posh guests who only step out to come and take their food. Very, very wrong. Exceedingly wrong. When you're a guest in someone else's house, please don't make their neighbors your best friends. It's wrong. Very, very wrong. Exceedingly wrong. When you're a guest in someone else's house, you can say, hey, of course you have to be polite and greet the neighbors, but please do not go sitting down in the neighbor's room out, except if you know the neighbor from somewhere before, you understand. But please, if you're just meeting the neighbor for the first time, you do not want to make your hosts feel uncomfortable. What else? So when at the end of your stay, thank them by, you can buy them a gift to say thank you for having me over, because when somebody comes to your environment, you are inconveniencing that person. So when you leave their house and you're going back to your destination, you let them know at every point in time where you are on your journey. If you're traveling by land, oh, we just got to Ore, we just got to, you understand. Then when you get to your house, you send them a message. You call them, say, oh, I've arrived. Thank you for having me over. I really appreciate you. Because trust you me, anybody that anybody that invites you or allows you to stay in their house, they've saved you lots of money. A week after, I can still say, oh, hi, I said I should check up on you, and thank you so much for having me over. I really appreciate it. That shows, yes, this person is someone you want to come, have him or her come visit next time. Also, when such people that have hosted you come into your city, except if your living condition is deplorable, please, it is nice if you offer them that, oh, you can come stay with me if you don't mind. You know, it shows it's a tit for tat thingy. You don't say, they are richer than me, so I don't need to invite them. No, it's not a bad idea. So please, when you're a guest during this Yuletide season, please be mindful of yourself with your host. Do not let your host get upset. Whatever your host offer you to eat, please take it. And if you can provide, they will say, okay, let me add some. You don't even need to ask for permission to buy stuff for the house. Just buy, because it will be, they will feel wrong. They can feel funny if you offer them money. So just go out and buy stuff and stock the house with. It might not even cost you too much, but the thing is, they will always remember you as someone worth having. What else do you think I missed? I think that about sums it all. If you feel there are other things I should have talked about, why don't you include it down there? Anyways, wishing you all a wonderful Christmas. I hope you all have a beautiful Christmas. Anyways, till next time, see ya, bye.